welcome to my bookshelves. I made a video a few years ago reorganizing my bookshelves, and I've since moved them so they have gotten unorganized again. Plus I have a bunch of books that are just like not on the bookshelf, they're just on other books. So I want to reorganize them. I'm also wanting to have like a red shelf and a TBR shelf. I think I can do that. Like, I think I have enough books that I have read to fill up a shelf. And I also want to read more of the books that I already own instead of buying new books. And I'm horrible at choosing books. So I plan on wrapping books and giving myself at least 12, hopefully more. Harrison is using the scratch post that I am using to hold the phone, so sorry about that. At least 12, hopefully more books that I can just choose a number once a month, maybe twice, depending on how many I have, and read that book. I've did this a few years ago, and it took a lot longer than I thought it was going to, but I'm hoping this time, because I'm giving myself less of a structure. Like last time I was like, I want to have a favorite shelf, and I want to have a this, and I want to have a that. I just want to have a red shelf and a TBR shelf. That's it. Happy New Year, by the way. It's New Year's Eve while I'm filming this. I don't know when this will be posted. Probably either today or tomorrow. So let's do this. All right, so just like last time, I've started by taking all of the knickknacks and stuff off of my shelf, and now I'm just gonna start pulling books off of shelves that I have read or not read and putting them in their own separate piles, you know what I mean? All right, so just off of this shelf, these are all of the books that I have read. These are all the books that I have not read. So I'm thinking what I want to do. I want this shelf to be my, I have to dust it. I'm going to, I promise. This shelf is going to be my books that I have read shelf. And then this shelf will be my TBR. That's my thought. So I'm going to start putting these books back on this shelf after I dust it. I promise I'm going to. And then keep this pile going and then clear this shelf off. Meanwhile, Harrison is enjoying his time on the climber, even though he hasn't been on it literally all morning. So if the phone is rocking, what was that, Harrison? If the phone's rocking or if he gets into shot, sorry, what can you do? It's his house, I just live in it and pay all the bills. I'm actually kind of starting to wonder and worry that I don't have enough space, because the shelf is already full, almost. And Harrison is knocking the phone. All right, we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I was gonna say there's a lot less on this shelf that I have read. But that's not true. I don't know how I'm gonna get all of these to fit on these, this half a shelf and this shelf, especially since there was one full shelf that I took off of this. So now what I'm thinking is I will still have this as a red shelf and this as a TBR, but then I might use like the bottom two shelves of this one to put all my other read books on, because I didn't realize I have read so many. I guess that's not a bad thing though. I also might go through and be like, get rid of ones that I don't really care to keep. You leave those alone. Move these. No, they're both up here. Oh, Harrison, jeez. All right, I think I've decided that it's okay that I have one stacked like this. I'm also going to be getting rid of those. And yeah, now I want to go through all of the books that I have not read and find ones that sound like the most interesting to me. And I'll set those aside, wrap them, and put them on the shelf. I'm going to put them on the very tippity top up there. And yeah, I'll label them. And it's probably going to be more than 12. I lied. I forgot that there were still books on the shelf. So this was my original pile. And this is what it actually is of all the books I have not read. This is why I'm putting myself on a book banning year. Because what the heck? I would also just like to remind you that the boys have not been on this climber all morning. But now that I'm using it to hold my phone, they can't get enough of this climber. All right, so I wasn't going to film all of this because it's going to take way too long to like read all of the things about these books and like add them to my TBR and all of that stuff. But I do have 3 books so far that I'm going to wrap. I also still have a gift card to the local bookstore near me, so I might go there because a gift card doesn't count as buying books. That's girl money, girl math. So, yeah. I forgot to mention also, I do want it to be a surprise what book I choose each month, so I'm not gonna remember like this one's 1, this one's 2. I'm not gonna remember any of that, but I am making a shelf on Goodreads that will have all of them in it so that I will have like some sort of kind of idea. But yeah, forgot to mention that. All right, a long while later, I have chosen 24 books that I'm going to wrap, and these are going to be my TBR for the next year. It would be really cool to read all of them next year, all 24 of them, but I'm not going to like guilt myself if I don't. My goal is to read 1 a month. So this is my TBR for the next year. I'm excited. They all sound so good, and I'm like, man, why haven't I read these? Actually, there were 2, maybe 1. There were 1 or 2 that I had started to read, and then just stopped. And I don't remember why, if it was boring or what, but they're on this shelf now, and they will get read hopefully this year. So now I'm just going to put all of these books away. I'm going to pull these books off because they're going to go on the top, the tippity top shelf right up there. And I'm going to pull these off, take a lunch break because I'm really hungry, put everything else on, and wrap these books up, baby. Having them all back on my shelf does make me feel a little bit better that there are way more read books than unread books. I'm pretty proud of that. I honestly wasn't sure how that was going to go. I was honestly assuming that I would have way more unread books than read books, but I'm very proud. I've read this whole shelf of books. Like that's wild. I don't know if I want to choose a book now because this is our January book club book. So I don't know if I want to choose a book now and have like both of them going at the same time, or if I want to read this one first and then choose a book, or if I want to choose a book first and then read this one. I don't know what I want to do, but I'm excited. I'm so excited. Got 3 wrapped and ran out of tape, so now I have to find some more tape. I got them all wrapped. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, I don't know if I can. Alright. So this is my TBR for 2026. Thanks for watching, guys. I am exhausted. It took so long to wrap all of these. Alright. I'm going to put these back on my shelf and I'm going to go. And I hope you guys all have a very happy new year. I also have my second a day for 2025, so look out for that. And I will see you guys all in the new year. Bye. Hi. Harry Bud. Neither of the boys have been using this climber, but now Harrison decides he wants to.